So on this day, I wanna say something special just to you.
Leveled up on Fortnite this week.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. My name is Mike E, and for today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. Growing up without cable. Now, growing up, I didn't have cable unless I went to my grandma's house and would watch cable there for like a vacation or summer break, whatever. So, while you guys grew up with shows like Jessie, Dog with a Blog, SpongeBob.
Now all we gotta do is keep SpongeBob away from...
I grew up with PBS Kids. PBS Kids is a TV channel that plays animated educational shows, but today I narrowed it down to my favorite shows on PBS Kids to watch when I was growing up. I know you probably saw Peter Griffin in the thumbnail, I'll explain that at the end.
This next one is for all the ladies out there.
Arthur is centered around the main character. His name is Arthur. Arthur lives in a world run by animals, or, humanoid animals. This world is basically a lot like Zootopia.
You kiss me tomorrow, I'll bite your face off. We bring the boom!
Which makes it a little bit weird, the fact that there are zoo animals, so like this happened, I wonder what he's thinking right now.
It's all about me.
But this show did a good job of having some comedic elements while balancing educational storylines. Arthur dealt more with personal issues such as how to treat others and whatnot, friendships, and a few other problems. Like I said, the show was centered around Arthur, but there would be plenty of episodes centered around other characters, like Buster Baxter.
They named it Sadie. It seems too nice a name for a hurricane.
They should have called it something scary, like Nigel.
This teacher, Mr. Ratburn, their dog for some reason, which isn't this guy a dog too? And there were a lot of pretty fun episodes that would balance good comedic elements, but at the same time they dealt well with serious issues. One episode where this is dealt with well is when the lunch lady, Mrs. McGrady, develops cancer. There is sympathy from the students. Of course, she did push through it and she beat cancer. And I'm sure you've seen a bunch of memes. I'm pretty sure the song is pretty well known as somewhat of a meme.
Every day when you're walking down the street, and I see...
This show actually had some pretty cool cameos from celebrities, considering the fact that Matt Damon was on the show, Joan Rivers, Alex Trebek, Fred Rogers, the list goes on. This was one of their longer running shows until eventually it did have a series finale a few years ago, and it did show what some of these other characters grew up to be, like Arthur, DW, and a few more characters. Overall, I really enjoyed watching this show because, like I said, it had some pretty funny elements to it, and it was just a good show to watch growing up.
Francine, can I ask you a question?
Sure, anything.
Why don't you go back to your own house and stop bothering us?
Alright, now for my second favorite is the Wildcrats. Wildcrats was a nature-based educational show that consisted of two brothers named Martin and Chris Kratt and their adventures in the wild. Every episode would usually consist of a new type of animal or a certain creature that they would go and learn facts from as they went on throughout the episode. Besides Martin and Chris Kratt, there is also a few other main protagonists. Aviva, who is the inventor, Koki, the communications expert, and Jimmy Z, the teleporter guy. Oh, he's also the pilot.
Hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Typically, the conflict in the shows would consist of an antagonist using the animals for their personal gain in a evil manner. One example would be Zach Varmatek and his evil inventing.
What's the matter? Can't keep up with my robots? Did you activate snail powers?
Danita Donata and her sidekick
Solid leg day, under the belt yet again. Some of you guys can't relate to
using animals for fashion. And there was Gourmand, who would just, he just wanted to eat them.
Like corn mix. Like, it just doesn't...
It would be the Kratt brothers and their team's objective to try to beat these villains using creature powers usually. They had these creature power suits where they would touch an animal or like a feather or a quill of an animal. They would then touch the button on their suit and they would transform into said animal, giving them the abilities of that animal. So, for example, the Peregrine Falcon, they could fly 200 something plus miles an hour. Of course, they would always prevail and they would defeat the villain, thus saving the animal that was in danger. I remember growing up as a kid, this show was one of my favorites. I remember they also made Zaboomafoo originally, which was their first run at a show. Wildcrats actually taught me a lot about these animals and even introduced me to animals I never even knew existed.
Alright, babe boy, you're gonna have to wake up. Come on, the bills don't never sleep. You gotta get that money or you done. Come on, let's go. No.
Of course, like the other ones in this list, there is some comedy mixed in there that will have some really funny moments.
I invented a banana slicer for mine.
Cool.
But overall did a great job, and his primary objective is teaching us about nature and wildlife.
Honey badgers and cheetahs, living free and in the wild. Hey, that's my line. I'm gonna name you Muttonhead. You just named yourself Muttonhead. You just named yourself Muttonhead. Stop mimicking me. Stop mimicking me.
Alright, and number 1, my favorite PBS Kids show growing up, Curious George.
Hey, Clint, you know you can't park here.
It's alright, mate. What's the name of this road? You can't park there, sir. I know I can't park here.
I'm sure a lot of you know who Curious George is. He is a monkey that lives with the man with the yellow hat within a city. I think the city's fictional. Curious George's conflicts in the show usually consisted of random things like geometry or just personal issues, garbage collection, a bunch of random things that Curious George would deal with. I'm pretty sure Curious George was like the smartest person in this universe. He outsmarted the scientist in this show.
It's fucking disgusting.
George's mouth felt glued shut.
George, are you okay?
I think it's the cake.
So, where's the cake?
We're not having cake.
Even the Christmas special is really cool. Sometimes I'll watch that just as a tradition for my younger self whenever Christmas rolls along. But besides that, the episodes were great, they were funny, they were educational, they were everything a PBS Kids show wanted to be. Just for me, it was my personal favorite.
Hey, George, want to go to the park?
Thank you, but no.
It's a beautiful day. Lots of mischief to get into.
I don't doubt that, but as you can see, I'm pretty busy. I'm trying to get a head start on my taxes.
Oh, I see. Trying to figure out a way to deduct bananas?
Ah, because I eat bananas. Terrific. Hey, you're inside, so don't wear a hat. Unless you're leaving, which would be terrific also.
Okay, now I'll explain to you guys why Family Guy was on the thumbnail, or Peter Griffin was on the thumbnail. I've been watching it since I was probably like 3 years old. I'd watch it every Sunday with my parents, and it was just really funny, you know. I really like the show itself. That's why I added that in there, because, you know, I technically grew up watching Family Guy.
Oh, really, Lois? I thought I might drive forward. I thought that might be a fun thing to do.
But Family Guy can be a video for another time. Now, I know you realize that this video is probably different from the other videos I'd have on my channel. Let me explain real quick. Long story short, I used to have a second channel called The Mightyverse where I was going to do videos just like this one. Then I decided I can do something pop culture related for my life every 2 weeks, such as this video. And then the next upload could be self-improvement or gym related, or something in my personal life, such as that Spider-Man 2099 movie I've been writing that I'm very proud of so far. Or just, you know, stuff that's going on in my personal life. Like I said, the gym, self-improvement tips, whatever it can be. So I'll be alternating between the two just to keep the content fresh and to have everything just on one channel. Definity Athletics, use code MIGHTY20 for 20% off at the checkout. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite PBS Kids TV show growing up, or if you watch Nickelodeon or Disney Channel growing up, let me know what was your favorite in the comments. Work hard, be mighty. Have a great day, everyone.